Good morning. I thought I'd pop on for a little update, quick update. I've added some greenery into the second pot, so I'm not sure yet what I'm going to put in there, whether it will be flowers. I'm kind of thinking something, I don't know, coming down, like little heads coming down. Where I did the voile the other day, I've carried on and I've used some of the net curtain at the end. I've then got a little bit of the muslin underneath in a couple of places, then pieces of the green voile on top, and then a chunk of the old doily that I've been chomping my way through. At the bottom, I've just added a piece of the doily again and a little bit of the cafe rod net curtain. I never know what you call it. It's the net curtain that goes on a cafe rod. It's usually very ornate and it's great for chopping up. So that's where I'm up to. So I was sat here trying to get my head around, what do I want visiting the garden? Now, my garden here, we get lots of different birds. We are at the seaside, so we're inundated with gulls, but we get lots of different smaller birds, beautiful blue tits, blackbirds, thrushes, robins. We get all kinds of birds in the garden. We also get dragonflies, quite a lot of dragonflies. Lots of people have ponds around here. And I remember we hadn't lived here very long, and I thought, what the heck is that? And on the wall, it's actually settled on the wall of the house, and it was the biggest dragonfly I've ever seen in my life. Its body was the size of my finger. And I don't know if anybody remembers Will-O-the-Wisp, the children's programme. It just looked like that. You could actually see its features in its face, and apparently they're quite common around here. So it comes to visit every year, well, at least one of them does. So I've been contemplating putting a dragonfly in, and then all of a sudden, wallop, it hit me. Why don't you stamp? You've got hundreds of stamps. I used to demonstrate here in the UK for a company. I used to demonstrate Kaiser Craft products and Bow Bunny. And I've got lots of butterfly stamps. So my idea was to stamp out on a piece of, it's a little bit of tablecloth that's very thin. So I stamped out 3 of the butterflies with the finest of the details. And I'm going to embroider those on. What I think I might do is actually stitch them on. I'm going to give it a quick iron, and then I'm going to stitch it on and embroider it so the embroidery stitches hold it into place. I've used a stays on ink. It wasn't the 1/4 fabric, it was just the stays on ink, and I've used my heat gun on it to make sure it's nice and dry. So what I'm thinking, because down here at the very beginning I've got quite a lot of open space at the top, so I'm thinking about having them popping through, playing around here and up to the gate, and that way I can add a little bit more colour into the sky. So I can take maybe some of the deeper pinks and mauvey kind of colours into the butterflies and have them dancing around in the sky. So I thought I'd share that one because I hadn't thought about it before, and I thought that might help somebody else as well. You know, if you're not up to drawing, or like me, I've looked at all the fabrics that I've got, and anything with animals, they're huge. They're way too big a scale. I mean, I know these butterflies are big, but the best I could do without trying to draw one and it looking decidedly dodgy. Although saying that, I can draw a bit. I found this while I was looking for some fabric. And this is something I drew, holy moly, probably about 5 years ago. I used to do shows on TV, on Shopping Channel, Sakura jelly roll pens. And yeah, showing that you can draw on fabric as well. So that's another thing. I don't know if you can see him twinkling away, but it's this sparkly jelly roll, and she's very sparkly in her little get up and the bright blue eyes. Yeah, I mean, jelly roll pens, that's another thing. Maybe I could just colour them in and stitch them on. I've given myself another idea. Okie dokie, I'm going to pop off and get my jelly roll pens out, I think, to get some colour on, and I will share with you when I've finally made my mind up Typical Libra, I have to weigh everything up before I stitch. Okie dokie, have a great day everybody. Happy stitching. Bye.